Welcome to Faith and Freedom. For the next few minutes, we hope to inform, inspire, and encourage you as we discuss legal victories and challenges to your fundamental freedom and religious liberties. Faith and Freedom comes to you from Liberty Counsel, a civil liberties education and legal defense organization. Join us now as Matt Staver, founder and chairman of Liberty Counsel, explains the latest legal issues all across this country. In the courtrooms of America, Liberty Counsel is winning the battle for your constitutional freedom.
Liberty Counsel has continued to advance religious freedom, life, and family through litigation, education, and public policy. I am Matt Staver, founder and chairman of Liberty Counsel. Joining me is Matt Barber as we talk about many of the cases and the opportunities that Liberty Counsel has been involved with in this past year. Matt, we have a year-end partners report that we have produced for Liberty Counsel, and it breaks down religious liberty, life and family, and then also other things outside of litigation. But it is a very extensive report, and it's just the tip of the iceberg about what Liberty Counsel is involved with.
It is, and a lot of good news. Liberty Counsel has been very busy this past year, and we seem to be seeing exponentially an increase under the current political climate here in the United States in terms of attacks, certainly on religious liberty, but relative to the sanctity of life and to the natural family as well. Things have been, regrettably, in a lot of ways, heating up.
Well, in religious liberty, Liberty Counsel is still involved in the Obamacare litigation. We were the first organization from a private standpoint to file suit against Obamacare on March 23, 2010. We ran an hour report in terms of the hours that we've put into this particular case, and it's about 25,000 hours that we've put in this case since 2010. It's gone all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court, and we're still pressing this forward to bring down Obamacare.
Yeah, and as we see now more than ever, this case is critical, because it's very clear that President Obama, despite the fact that Obamacare, the rollout has been an abject failure, and all the numbers, as everyone's crunching the numbers, it is unsustainable. It's not going to work, but he is holding on to it like a dog on a bone. So the only relief from Obamacare may be this case ultimately within the Supreme Court.
Well, the more people know about Obamacare, certainly the less they like Obamacare, and obviously what Nancy Pelosi says, you have to pass the bill to find out what's in it. Well, unfortunately, that's true. And when people find out what's in it, the more and more they find out, the less and less they like it. The website has been a disaster. Experts have testified in Congress that the website is not secure. So when you sign up, someone can hack into that and get all of your information. Well, Liberty Counsel has been at the forefront of challenging Obamacare. 25,000 hours that we've put in this, in addition to all other costs that we've had to put forward. Without your prayers and financial support, we wouldn't be able to continue these kinds of battles, but this has been an enormous battle that has consumed much of our time. We want to thank you for supporting Liberty Counsel, for praying for Liberty Counsel, and for financially helping Liberty Counsel in this case. Also, involving Child Evangelism Fellowship. Liberty Counsel has resolved a number of Child Evangelism Fellowship cases, and in fact, Child Evangelism Fellowship is an organization that is one of the best at reaching young people. It has the Good News Clubs in about 3,500 to 4,000 public schools across the country, and so we work with them nationwide to make sure that they have equal opportunity to have these after-school clubs on campus.
And despite an unbroken chain of victories and cases attacking Child Evangelism Fellowship, year after year we have won case after case, there seems to be no indication that the left plans, the ACLU and others, intend to let up on trying to push and discriminate against Child Evangelism Fellowship in terms of viewpoint.
And within this past 12-month cycle, we actually won at the Federal Court of Appeals in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the school district did allow Child Evangelism Fellowship, but then stopped their access. And consequently, ultimately, we filed suit. We ultimately won at the Court of Appeals, and the school had to pay over $100,000 in damages or attorney's fees because of their unconstitutional action against Child Evangelism Fellowship. That sends a major statement and message, not only across that school district, but across the country, that schools must respect equal opportunity, equal access for these good news clubs.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Matt, the Ten Commandments, that's one of the left's favorite targets. Dixie County, Florida, we had a victory there.
Yeah, this has been going on for some time. We represent Dixie County, Florida, and they had a Ten Commandments monument that was donated by a private contractor, and it was there on the courthouse steps. Other people could put up monuments as well, and the ACLU filed suit. In fact, this was part of the ACLU's expansion several years ago. They embarked on a $325 million national campaign, and they ultimately raised that money. They put more boots on the ground in Florida. They filed suit in Santa Rosa County against that school. We defended and we intervened and we filed suit. We ultimately stopped the ACLU there. We defended Dixie County in the Ten Commandments case, and it went all the way up to the Court of Appeals. And after that, the ACLU had to ultimately dismiss the case, and the Ten Commandments is still there.
Yeah, and as I recall, I believe the ACLU calls it their Heartland Project. That's where they're actually picking red states and conservative and Christian areas and specifically singling them out for attack on these religious liberties issues.
And our senior litigation counsel, Harry Mahet, who is from Romania and came to the United States as a young boy, his first day of freedom was when he was 12 years old on Christmas Day, December 25, 1989. He found himself representing a pastor from Arizona, and he is Romanian. And in fact, the family knows each other from Romania. And this individual, an evangelist in Arizona, was arrested for sharing Jesus in a public forum. The prosecutor, when Harry showed up, ultimately dismissed the charges, and this individual was set free from any charges. This is unbelievable. Here, this guy is from Romania. His dad still has the scars on his back from being beaten by the communists because of the fact that he was a Christian pastor. And now this individual, like Harry, comes to the United States, the land of freedom, and he gets arrested for sharing Jesus with people out in the public forum. The amazing thing is we send Harry Mahet, our senior litigation counsel, another Romanian. Families know each other, and he ends up defending this guy and gets him off.
Yeah, this case has God's providence all over it, and the irony is not lost. And this pastor was taken aback, having come to the land of the free and the home of the brave, to get away from exactly the kind of thing that he ended up going through. It's chilling, but again, that just underscores the need for Liberty Counsel to be here to step in and defend people against these kinds of religious attacks.
And on this year-end report, this partners report, which you can get by calling 800-671-1776 or going to Liberty Counsel's website, lc.org, and sending us an email, it has many, many other items of involvement. And so when you're partnering with this ministry, Liberty Counsel, you can be satisfied that you're involved in so many of these cases. And again, these are just highlights. These have no way covered all of the waterfront. And another one that's on here, in fact, even on this program, we can't even cover the highlights because we don't have enough time. But we successfully defended the National Day of Prayer event in Miami, Florida. We intervened on behalf of the prayer event and established that a denial of use of the property violated the First Amendment. They wanted to have the prayer event, and the public property was going to be denied until we ultimately intervened, and the prayer event continued on as usual. There's many other items that we can go through with regards to what Liberty Counsel has been involved with. We break this partners report down into several categories: religious freedom, in terms of litigation, the sanctity of human life and the family, and then other areas as well outside of litigation. Liberty Counsel is involved in so many different areas, and I would encourage you to take a look at this year-end partners report. It goes over the last 12 months of activity, just giving brief highlights of what Liberty Counsel has been involved with. You can get it by calling 800-671-1776, or you can go to Liberty Counsel's website, which is lc.org. Liberty Counsel also has another website, libertycounsel.com, libertycounsel.com. And on that website, you can sign up for emails in which you can be involved in having petitions and faxes and other opportunities to have your voice heard around the country on major nationally important issues. Thank you for your continued prayers for this ministry. in relationship just even to Obamacare. We had this 100,000 people that joined together by signing their name, said that they were going to pray for Liberty Counsel in this particular case. Thank you for praying for this ministry. We also thank you for your regular contributions. Right now, any contribution that you send to Liberty Counsel will be doubled. So now is an opportune time. We've had a donor that has challenged people and supporters of Liberty Counsel to give their best gift at this time of the year. So your $10 will become $20. So help us to meet that challenge grant. You can go to Liberty Counsel's website, lc.org, and make a contribution there, or call us at 1-800-671-1776. That's 671-1776.
You have been listening to Faith and Freedom with Liberty Counsel. We hope that we have motivated you to stand up for your faith, family, and freedom. We can accomplish a lot when we work together. Get informed and get involved today. Sign up for our free monthly newsletter, The Liberator. We will send it out to you free of charge. Stay informed with our Liberty Alert email updates. Just click on the website at www.lc.org or call us at 1-800-671-1776. Tune in next time to learn more about your rights right here on Faith and Freedom.